I studied in Yonsei University, Seoul, Korea. After graduation, I went to Germany and get PhD degree in implant and prosthodontics. In 1926, I visited in Mission University prosthetic department to learn the guided surgery of implants. Now I'm working in my private practice in Seoul, Gangnam. My clinic name is Hyun Dental Clinic. Hyun means in home. Home means it's very comfortable and very with family together. I give a lecture in my university and Danube University in France, Austria also. This is my ex-professor in Germany. This is university in Danube, in France, in Austria. I'm in co-professor too. I give a lot of lectures around the world in implants and digital dentistry. Nowadays, there are many courses and seminars about implants and digital, but there are not many courses combined implants and digitals. These are the photos I took during my lectures. I have written my book, many implants and digital books. I have also participated in implants development and manual products for several Korean implant companies. This is my best selling book. It's a book about the treatment of implants in dangerous patients, and the English version is available on Amazon. While doing digital treatment, I'm developing the most necessary materials and instruments in clinic practice, and manufacturing instruments set under my name in cooperation with global companies. This is a preparation bar set for digital restoration, inlaid ceramic crown or for the ceramic restorations. This photo is a sonic tip, that means manufactured by Comet in Germany. This ceramic sonic tip, you can very helpful use the ceramic inlays and crowns. On this right is the ceramic and zirconia polishing kit manufactured by Jota in Switzerland. Nowadays, almost the dentistry use the zirconia. That's why I can use this polishing kit. Is very helpful. The world is changing. Okay. Let me show this short film for our future. Yeah, this is our future. Maybe now working also too. Yeah, we cannot have everything for doing, just simulation, and we can get this for next time, just by here.
Too purple, too short. Too hot. Yeah, that's for you. Okay. I think my mom.
The thin, elegant profile of the Samsung SUR40 and its stunning 40-inch high-definition screen opens the door.
This film is 10 years ago, but nowadays I use in my clinic also this simulation monitor together.
Learn and decide using everyday objects.
Okay. Things are changing. The treatment method is dental area is also changing. In the past, The crown making process was very difficult and had many steps and required complicated work of dental technician. Nowadays, we cannot use anymore the gold crowns or gold inlays. We use the almost ceramic or zirconia restorations. Now, I would like to talk about the new paradigm in dental cleaning, namely dental cleaning and digital treatment and digital implant treatment. Insight and perception changed over time. Digital is making our lives faster and simpler and smarter. In the past, we had to do the hard work to find a beautiful smile. To create a beautiful smile are becoming more and more easier and simplified. We try to the natural tools for restoration also. You can use the porcelain or pressed ceramic or zirconia or implants. All around the area, you can use the aesthetics restoration. In the past, we have to need to work hard to make the crown. In the dental practice, the first step is the convenience impression with alternate or rubber. Sometimes we took many times of impression and poured the stone for a master model. And we need temporary crowns and something more and more. It's very complicated and difficult steps. In the dental lab, we have to do stone modeling, die sewing, waxing up, investing, casting, pressing, investing, polishing, etc., etc. There are many steps, and it took a long time. Convenience impression method, which is used until now, but it is changing to digital impression. This is intraoral scanning. And computer has to talk about the role in the making model from the impression. Scan data is designed with CAD/CAM program, for example, ExoCAD or 3Shape, which is a design software. And the technician working the design on the computer already. The computer has to talk about this making. For example, to make a ceramic crown with conventional press technique takes minimum about 3 hours. But with this process, only 30 minutes from analog to digital. We can save a lot of time, and time is money. I would like to back to my past in 1994. When I was in Germany, I learned about digital process for the first time in my life, which is called CEREC. It was about 30 years ago. No impression, only camera capture and mill the ceramic block. For one inlay, it took about 2 hours. Of course, at the time, the speed of the restoration was not exactly, but it was short, without impression. As you know, CAD is the computer-aided design, CAM is the computer-aided manufacturing. Design and manufacturing with the computer. We can work only with computer. CAD is not a new technology invented recently. It has the history of about 40 years ago. However, due to development of computer equipment and materials, they are more generalized now. Model scanner is the first step at the digital system, which transfer and prepare the prepared abutment tools into digital data in order to use them in digital work. Recently, not only model scanner, but also impression scan are used. Impression scanner is a scanner which can directly scan impression tray. DDS, Dr. Jung said already. Digitalized data is passed onto the milling machine. The designed shape of the restoration is exactly milled about with the selected materials. There are many milling machines for laboratory works, which enable us to choose from various materials. And others for clinic works, which directly mill at the clinic for one-day restoration with ceramic materials. This is today I want to show you my work. The start of digital treatment at clinics are simultaneously done with the development of intraoral scanner. Nowadays, many companies worldwide are developing the intraoral scanner and selling many different types. Let us show you one case. In this case, if you need to apply all ceramic to the anterior tooth, it used to take about 1 week. And with temporal crown, the patient have to take 1 week. But now, you can be wonderful result in just now 3 hours, sometimes more shorter. This patient entered my clinic on the 28th June 2011 at 30:49 p.m. He has a resin jacket crown on the right upper incisor and wanted to change this crown, but he had to time, but he have no time too long. He has just only one visit. He want to show get the beautiful crown. Since I have the digital system, this was no problem. I started immediately. The tooth was prepped at 4:25 p.m. Scanned, designed, and milled. And then the ceramic, cementation was done with resin cement at 5:23 p.m. In total, it took 84 minutes, about 1.5 hours. I treated the patient with the normal method for porcelain fused metal crown. It would have taken about 3 days, minimum 3 days, and they might be been aesthetic is also unsatisfied. Therefore, by digital treatment, we have both fulfilled aesthetics and time, which lead the satisfied result. At the moment, like this case, I take less 1 hour in my clinic. Other case, the patient come into my clinic with this situation and go home 1 hour later with like natural tools. It is a changing in condition when coming in and going out the clinic, 1 hour. Its concept is 1 hour treatment for inlays and single crowns. Maybe sometimes you can use 2 or 3 crowns also 1 day is finished. This patient had accident and broken in tooth number 11, 1 bit endodontic treatment, and the resin core, and then make a crown same days. This is the result. I know the Vietnamese driving many bike, and they want to accident many times. I don't know that. Maybe this case is you can usually when every day is coming. For the temporary crown is taken just 30 minutes. It's easier and faster. Sometimes we need just a temporary crown and we have to waiting, and then a few weeks or later we can make the final restoration. This one. We have a block, the temporary crowns, PMMA blocks. You can use this. Nowadays, the software is being developed. So, it reproduce the jaw movement with neighbor teeth in the virtual articulator. Then we can make a real natural tooth with real bite for patient articulating. Patient visit just once, and after 1 hour go home with beautiful ceramic crowns they use for a long time. My experience is since 15 years for the one-day clinic, and then this case is also a 40 years old cases. After using CAD/CAM system, we do not need the conventional preparations form. New preparations concept is known as defect-oriented preparation. If the blocks is possible to the milled by the milling machine, we remove the tooth just only defective area. This patient has many old and bad amalgam filling with secondary caries. I just remove old amalgams and secondary caries and prepare it only defective area. It's not real form. And then after intraoral scanning, build the ceramic block for restoration of any forms. And cementation with resin cement for the same day. This is the result. For a few months, I'm testing a simple zirconia block for one BG restoration using AI design program. To make one zirconia crown, it makes only 18 minutes from scanning to setting, although the material is zirconia. Let me show you a few cases. There is an old crown on number 16. Remove the crown, intraoral scan, and single crown design with AI program, and mill the sintered zirconia blocks. After milling, we can choose the finishing, grinding in furnace, or just polishing with zirconia polishing instrument. As you know, you can from this slide, their surface is slightly different from the grinding and polishing, but I think they are not significant for clinical site, especially non-aesthetic joint. This is another case, number 26, single crown. Same process, intraoral scan, AI design, sintered zirconia milling. Digital clinic required a changing in the system. Change the material and equipment, training the staff and technician, distribution of the treatment times, and correct tooth preparation and understanding of the materials and resin cement. We can take a time and require these few factors. Now I want to show you my clinic in Seoul. This is inside view of my clinic. My clinic is in Gangnam, very central in the city in Seoul. I try to make the paperless cleaning using the electronic charting program. I thought Vietnam is not so much generalized electric charting, but it's very helpful. I developed now for Vietnamese systems for the electric charting. I started. My clinic and lab are almost digitalized. Many kinds of different digital equipment are installed. Intraoral scanner, milling machine for ceramic, zirconia, and titanium abutment, 3D printer, face scanner, and convenience city. Most of carriers treatment is finished in 1 visit and 1 hour. Korea dental clinic are getting generalized, digitalized, not only for making the restoration, but also for consulting or treatment plan. I use also the consulting program. During the consultation, I give patient many information obtained from digital data. The patient easily understanding about the treatment process and highly agree with my treatment plan. 2 years ago, I took a Vietnam medical license exam at Ho Chi Minh University, and I issued the former dentist license. Currently, I'm also working at Dentium Dental Clinic in Da Nang, near the Dragon Bridge of the Han River. This is the view of the Dentium Dental Clinic in Da Nang, day and night. Da Nang is my lovely city, maybe my second home. Here are the photos of the inside and outside of the clinic. This is opened just only 2 weeks ago. This laboratory is set on the where many different digital equipment to create the perfect ceramic and zirconia crown in the single days. Laboratory is setting with the laboratory. This is the city. This is a city machine manufactured and sold by Dentium, Bright City. It's very quality is very nice and very useful for the implant systems, implant treatment. Let me talk about now the implants. In the implant surgery, we all wish to have less trauma, less complication, and long-term success. But during the implant treatment, we meet variously unexpected complications, like you see on this slide. In my opinion, the most important point from them for a long-term success is the implant position. Many factors influence the long-term success of the implant treatment, but the most important part is to place the implant in the correct position. We will try to the correct position. We try many things. Many factors influence the long-term success of implant treatment. The most important part is the correct position, and this is the immediate implant placement case with bone graft after number 46 tooth extraction, same time. This implant was Implantium 4.5 millimeter diameter and 12 millimeter length from Dentium. Old design, old systems, but I can use very good quality. Even after a long time, the condition has remained the same. After 21 years now, the condition is very, very well maintained. I used the Dentium implants since 2001, and now it's 24 years. I used many implant cases with the Dentium, almost very good, successful. For the implant surgery, we need a lot of the large correction of diagnostic data, even though digital technology has been highly developed. Most of digital diagnosis data give us just two-dimensional information so far. And for a right interpretation of this two-dimensional information, hard training is required. Nevertheless, we need to gather so many data. There are many two information. In order to interpret this information, we need training. Until now, we used 2D analog data, and we had to diagnose with difficult method. Two-dimension is too difficult. Two-dimensional diagnosis is not so easy. That's why in the past, analog stereo, for three-dimensional diagnosis, we use various methods with model or special instrument as you see on the slide. We need a surgical stand for inserting of implant in the right position. Making a surgical stand was very complicated in the analog method. When we started using computing CT, we were able to make three-dimensional diagnosis very easily. When I show you, Dentium is also developing the computing CT. The name is the Bright CT. It is very, very good quality. This patient has a full edentulous upper jaw. In the past, we have to plan our treatment only by looking at the two-dimensional panoramic X-ray. As a result, we could not check patient alveolar bone width. That's why we could only decide the implant size during the operation after opening the flap. By using 3D CT, we can plan the treatment and simulate the surgical beforehand on the wanted location. We can also already decide the need implant size too. We can observe that the implant locations, which was planned before the surgery, and done after the surgery, at the same. We can check the condition of the alveolar bone in the cross section and the shape of the alveolar maxillary sinus too. We can simulate the proper implant and before the operation. We will be able to find out the location and the shape of the final restoration. When inserting the implant at the correct location, the making the process is easier, and the long-term success can be guaranteed. You can meet the digital and digital. It means implant treatment become very easy. When the patient comes, we take the computing CT, plan the implant position, scan and in the mouse, design the final restoration. After merging this data on the computer, fabricate the surgical guide stand, and we can use this stand during the implant insertion. You can easily insert the implant at the right position when you have planned. And a few months later, you can deliver the final restoration at the same position as planned. Also, the 3D data, we can decide the implant location, and we can clockwise the intraoral scanning and CT taking and digital programming, etc., etc. We can use the right good result for the implant problem systems. Dentium provides the equipment is almost everywhere for getting the digital data. By the merging STR and CT DICOM files in the intraoral and model scan data, diagnosis, digital diagnosis and treatment plan can be made. Surgical guide, customized abutment, abutment, and even temporary crown or the final restoration to be created. This is a case that I did 13 years ago. After merging the CT data with the intraoral scan, the location and shape of the final prosthetics are determined, and the size and position of the implants are determined accordingly. A surgical stand that can be placed actually exactly at the determining location of the implants was commissioned to the center. Through guide surgery, the implant was placed in the planned position and is scanned in the oral cavity to complete the final restoration. It took like 2 hours. Through the guide surgery, the implant placement in the planned position, so final restoration. This is the result: zirconia customized abutment and crown, ceramic crown on number 16. The implant insert and zirconia crown and ceramic abutment in the X-ray looks like this. 14 years later photos now. This is the bone level and bone quality, crown, etc., etc. Everything is okay. Now let me talk about my protocol in implant restorations. I have 2 different methods. First, if the implant position is not good, take a model scan after analog impression and design the customized abutment and crown or short unit bridge. Second, if the implant position is okay, scan directly in the mouse using the scan body and choose the top abutment, or make a customized abutment plus mill the crown or bridge at the same time. This depends on your side. You can use the directly in the mouse, or you can the impression and BTS technique you can use. Generally, Titanium healing abutments are used after second operation, but scan abutment can be used for digital prosthetics. This scan abutment is also used as the scan body. We need not to change for scan or impression. After second operation, you can take the scan abutment or scan body. After 1 week later, the gingiva is put here, and then you can just scan it out. Here are a few different ways to make restoration. After taking the impression in the conventional way, is it possible to select a ready-made abutment from the model and design it to make the crown? Nowadays, many programs for the designs, sometimes coming to the many company developed by themselves in the programs, or you can use mainly you can use the XCAD or 3-shape design is very, very useful. It is a critical photo after the intraoral setting. It is very aesthetical and accurate. So there is no need not to adjust the feet with neighbor tooth and antagonist. And the long-term success is also very well. After 5 years, the bone level, design, and harmony with the gingival area is almost very good, isn't it? In the past, zirconia abutments were manufactured and connected in the metal link called tie base for aesthetic zone. But in recent years, the entire titanium abutment has been milled using road bars. Because sometimes after the zirconia abutment and with titanium base is not co-cemented. After a few years later, it's broken or fallen out between the zirconia and link, metal link. That's why I cannot use anymore. I use almost entire titanium abutment with mill. As you know, customized abutment is very useful when the height of the gum is not irregular. In addition, it can make the crown thickness uniform, which we can prevent crack in the ceramic restoration that may occur in the future. It is easy to remove the excess cement. Yeah, because it was excellent compatibility with the gums. In some case, we can press the gum area appropriately to block the interdental space too. Since a few years in my clinic, I make most of our clinic implant restoration without impression or model. We take a scan with intraoral scanner and directly design customized abutment and zirconia crown on CAD program. This is the CAD program and customized titanium abutment and zirconia crown. This is zirconia brown milled ceramic, and this is the metal milling and titanium abutment milling and zirconia milling tool. It's from the Dentium. If possible, SCIP type with screw hole on the crown will be easily to set. And you can fill the screw hole with composite resin. It's very easy. Sometimes cementation restoration is the cement under the gingival area rest, and you can when you cannot put remove, and then it's the region of the peri-implantitis. That's why I can use almost as possible SCRP types and setting in the mouth and remove the rest of cementation and reset on the in the mouth. It's very easy. It's the combined cementation type and screw type. It's good advantages. In addition, if you use the anodizing technique, the patient will be very satisfied in the aesthetic zone. Anodizing of titanium abutment is very simple. There's an anodizing bath called anodizer. Put the titanium abutment in the bath for just 20 seconds. Then the titanium color changes from metal color to gold color. As you know, when the titanium surface is oxidized through the electricity, then you can get every color you want, just developing on the voltage or electricity. It's good for the aesthetics. Other case, you can scan with scan body in the mouse directly. Design on the CAD software is very easy and simple. Just to single or to implant is no problems. Titanium customized abutment and zirconia crowns were milled with the implant crown as such type and connect with implant in the mouth. You can see the situation in this mouth. Remove the cementation and reset and talking and fill the screw hole. Okay. On this slide, you can see the whole process. You use this method for the single implant crown. Intra-scan with scan body, design customized abutment and crown. And with the titanium abutment and anodizing and zirconia crown at the same time. About 1 hour later, single implant crown is finished and set. Very simple, easy, and precise. Skin body are made and provided various ways by different companies. And there's also a reliable you can use the ready-made abutment. So if you select the appropriate abutment in the design program and make a crown, it will be provided bond with the oral cavity with the selected abutment. The company prepared just only for the library with abutment also customized the ready-made abutment. You can use this directly called in the software program. And then after after building the zirconia, and you can choose this ready-made abutment. Its fit is very well. You can see this slide between abutment and crown fit. Very nice. You cannot use this customized abutment. You can just only for the ready-made abutment taking. Intraoral scan, intraoral and X-ray imaging confirm that the fit is very good. Number 46. For two implants, also same process can be applied: scan, design, and milling. Finally, final restoration after anodizing and glazing. And the situation in the mouth looks like this. Customized abutment can recover the angulation of implant path. If we have a wrong span case or free-end cases, we can fabricate the temporary crown, temporary bridges instead of the permanent restoration. Sometimes Dr. Jung talk about also already. Sometimes the intraoral scan is not exactly for the anterior the free-end cases or the long-term long span cases. At this time, you can write the BTS techniques, or I can recommend you for the temporary crown first, and then the patient use this a few weeks, and then change the final restoration is also good. This is the 3D printers with the temporary bridges. A few days later, or a week later, when the patient has no problem, you can scan the temporary bridge for duplicate to zirconia. This is also very easy. You can just only duplicate it. If after the 1 week, the temporary crown is adapted in the mouth of the patient, and you can just the same duplicate it with zirconia, change the only material. For the complicated cases, I strongly recommend you this method, which is simple, easy, and exactly without risk. When I have a difficult case for anterior tooth, I use face scan. Face scan can be very helpful for diagnostic and consultation and design for the final restoration in aesthetic zone. I want to introduce the full mouth ceramic restoration case. This patient has big problem. All teeth are almost worn out with a severe loss of the vertical dimension because of the grinding. With the help of the CAD program, I planned to increase the vertical dimension in the anterior area with about 5.57 millimeter and posterior area 2.58 millimeter. As a first step, the posterior tooth were recovered with ceramic crowns or occlusal veneers. If we accept it, and the TMJ, if we have no problems with the TMJ area, you can change the anterior also. Secondly, in the anterior tooth, you can test with mock-up shell, which is made by 3D printer. This is almost, you can see, you can compare between the initial situation and the final restoration with mock-up shell before the final restoration. The technician and I can check the midline, smile line, and horizontal occlusal plan of the patient before the final restoration. And then the patient accepts, you can try to the final restoration. Compared to my patient, this is the initial state and the final state in the mouth. We could easily adjust the midline with the help of face scan. Yeah, this patient was very happy, and he can now finally left with confidence. The digital technology is developing faster and faster combined with AI technology. AI technology merging the patient data at a glance. It provides use the plan based on the anatomical structure automatically. It makes a simple workflow and intuitive process to generalize the virtual patient. I think in the future, we can get all information from only one CT data. We will get the information of the hard tissue and soft tissue. We will be able to get the exact information of the part where we want. Or we can remove the unnecessary part, although the data stitching and analyzing with AI technology. Everything is possible from diagnosis to making the final restoration. Full mouth implant cases is not more difficult. Implant insertion is done with digital guided surgery, where we want plan, meet the customized abutment as designed, and anodizing. Then for aesthetics, then printed a temporal bridge with 3D printer. A few weeks later, the patient has used them, changed the material to zirconia. Simple, easy, exactly, and more aesthetics. Finally, I want to introduce a software very new for diagnosis from CT data. It is patient-friendly combined CT solution that enables anyone to diagnosis with easy. It delivers a new diagnosis experience by providing highly detailed segmented imaging of the key dental diagnosis areas. Traditional 3D imaging primarily displayed bone and making it difficult to patients to see and understand their actual issues. AI automatically reconstruction imaging optimized for dental diagnosis present visuals that are not only critical, precise, but also easy for patient to understand. Even experienced dentists require a significant effort to set the ideal panoramic arch. Some systems offer the automatically panoramic arch placement, but if the patient was positioned incorrectly during scanning, manually adjusted are necessary for actual diagnosis. AI automatically reoriented the imaging, optimized the panoramic arch, and very exactly defect and anterior alveolar nerve canal and streaming the diagnostic process. AI nerve canal tracking technology minimizes the risk of the nerve damage during process such as implant placement or root extraction, enabling the safety treatment plan. Even in cases where cross-section imaging makes the difference to create assist the nerve canal, this technology provided valuable assistance. You can limit the treatment plan by moving or removing teeth. Every teeth or every organ you can segment it and removing if you want. Traditional 3D analog requirements a significant time to assess the size, shape, and volume of the maxillary sinus. These created details are instantly visualized, providing faster and more accurate data essentially for surgical planning. This enhances diagnosis and pre-surgical workflow, enabling clinicians to develop precise treatment plan in significantly less time. Tooth, pulp, nerve canal, maxillary, mandible, airway, and maxillary sinus are automatically segmented without to work. The face is also auto-aligned immediately using the diagnosis. In my result, our future in digital dentistry will be dominated by digital and AI technology in the whole field. It will be developed computer program software and publicated technology, materials, and something new concept. We will do everything with the virtual patient before the real treatment. Based on my 30 years experience, I have given many lectures and seminars so far, and I plan to hold this dentistry and implant seminar in Vietnam too for the development of the Vietnam's dentistry. Welcome to Dentium Clinic in Da Nang. Thank you very much for your attention.
Dạ vâng, xin được cảm ơn những chia sẻ đến từ giáo sư tiến sĩ Park Hyun và phần chuyển ngữ đến từ bác sĩ Trần Ngọc Hà. Thank you for the excellent presentation from Professor Park Hyun and the translation by Dr. Trần Ngọc Hà. Và kính thưa quý vị bác sĩ, phần lý thuyết trong buổi sáng của chương trình đào tạo liên tục ngày hôm nay đến đây đã kết thúc. Kính mời quý bác sĩ thực hành di chuyển đến nhà hàng Room 3 là tầng 7 để dùng buổi trưa, và quý bác sĩ có thể di chuyển ra phía ngoài và sẽ có các nhân viên của công ty Dentium có thể hướng dẫn chúng ta. Và lúc các bác sĩ lưu ý sẽ phần câu hỏi chúng ta sẽ được giải đáp qua email. Và quý bác sĩ lưu ý thì buổi lý thuyết và thực hành vào buổi chiều ngày hôm nay chúng ta sẽ được bắt đầu vào lúc 13 giờ.